Okay, welcome to Language Logic, dear learner. I'm Rahul Vajani. I'll be teaching you speaking part 1. I will walk you through types of questions that are asked in speaking part 1 in order to diversify your answer, fulfill the examiner's ask, and get the score you're looking for, right? Okay, so there is one condition for that. You have to stick with me till end so that I can explain what it needs to take to get the band score 7 or 7 plus, right? For that, first we are going to see the question types that we will cover in this live session. And the topics are, yes, opinion, people, place, what kind or what type of preference, in which we will see favorite, love, and the like kind of words. Then we will see reason, in which we will include the alternatives of because. Then we will see suggestion. We have time, in which we will see the questions regarding frequency, longer past, specific time, or you can say the duration of time, right? And then we will see yes or no, and at last I will give you the suggestion to use the alternative of so, moreover, and the questions that you repeat in your answer, right? So the first, let me tell you that we will see first 5 topics in today's session, because it is going to take a long if I want to explain it clear to you, right? And other 5 questions we will see in the next live session. So let's get started. So the first topic is about opinion. Would you tell me what is the meaning of opinion? I guess opinion means to share your thoughts and idea on a particular topic or the questions that you are asked, right? So before we start opinion topic, I want to ask you a few questions which will say that the questions are about opinion. Let me read it for you. Do you think childhood is boring or adulthood is boring? Second, what do people do on social media? Is it good for young people to play video games? And the last question is, do you think cash will be popular in the future? So these 4 questions ask about our opinion. What do we think about the question, right? So why don't we do one thing? I will ask you a question and you will answer me. Whatever answer you come up with, you just have to say it to yourself, because I'm not gonna hear it, right? Okay. Do you think cash will be popular in the future? I guess you might have answered like, yes, it will be popular in the future. Or, I think it will be popular. Or another answer that I can think of is, I believe cash will be popular in the future. So now tell me one thing. By answering this way, do you think you will impress the examiner in a live test? I don't think so. So what should you do? What are other ways that you can change your way of presentation to the examiner so that he or she can know that what you are capable of? Do you want to know how other ways to start this? Let's see the phrases that I'm going to give you that will definitely get you a good score. And the phrases are, from my perspective, I guess, or I reckon. Not reckon, I reckon. As far as I know, to the best of my knowledge. From what I've observed, I can say that. In my experience. And last is, from my everyday experience, what I can say is. Okay. So let me explain these phrases first to you so that you can use it in your speaking, right? From my perspective, and I guess, I reckon means I think. These phrases are the alternatives of I think and I believe, right? So whenever you come up with this phrase, I think or I believe, it is far better to use these 2 phrases, right? Okay, I have to repeat it again. Okay, the third and fourth phrases are about the knowledge that you possess. If the question is about kind of a general knowledge or quite a little bit about it, you can use these two phrases, as far as I know and to the best of my knowledge. And these three phrases are about the experiences. If the question is about regular stuff or experiences that you need to share in exam, right, then at the time these three phrases you can use. Okay, so let me ask you a question that I have already asked you. Do you think cash will be popular in the future? So how will you start your answer? By using these phrases. And I want to ask you that which phrase is suitable for that question. Will you comment me down for that? People are writing. Okay, let me do it for you. I don't want to waste the time. So I can use this as far as I know or to the best of my knowledge, because this question is kind of about knowledge, right? So I would start like that. To the best of my knowledge, cash will be popular in the future. Okay, so I have given the answer. Now, once I'm done with this answer, what do you think will examiner me next? I bet you know the answer. They will ask me why, right? And I must say that you always give the answer by using because. Do you think that is actually a correct way to answer this question? I don't think so, as one already has written it. Okay, so once you give your opinion, what your job next is to clarify your point. We will clarify the point. I mean, we will clarify our viewpoint, whatever we have just said, by using this phrase. And the phrases are, what I mean is, what I'm saying is, sorry, all I'm saying is, in other words, and the last one is, the thing is. Actually, the second one is kind of my favorite. You can make your favorite as well. So the question was, do you think cash will be popular in the future? So hear me out my answer first. To the best of my knowledge, cash will be popular in the future. In other words, even though people are using UPI transactions, online applications to transact the money, cash will be important for small business and for small amounts, right? So what have I done here? I have clarified my viewpoint by using this phrase. Are you getting? You do not need to give the reason, but instead you have to clarify your viewpoint, why you have given that opinion. Got it? Let me ask you another question to clarify it more. What do people do on social media? I guess you better know than me. What do people do on social media? So what phrase will you use among these? Because it is kind of a knowledge and experience as well, you can say. So can I use this? From my read experience, what I can say is people use social media to watch reels, to post a story, or to talk with the near and dear ones. Because, no. You might want to use one of these. What I mean is people, no matter where they are, they always talk about social media. The reason I think of is they get instant gratification for that. Have you got it? What have I done? I have first given my opinion and then I have clarified my viewpoint by using what I mean is. Got it? Once the examiner asks you the question about opinion, and again they ask you second question about the opinion, it is better to use another phrase. But beware, use any of the phrases according to the situation, not as you like. Got it? Shall we move on? Okay. So the second question type is about people. The question will be asked to you about people, like who's your favorite celebrity, who's your favorite person, who's your favorite commenter, who's your favorite friend, like that, right? So the question is about people. What answer can come up to your mind? to answer in examination. I mean, in front of examiner. Let me ask you a question. We will see that. The question is, who is your favorite sport person? Give me the answer. I cannot hear it, but you can give your answer in your mind better than me, right? Okay, have you given the answer? Let me guess what your answer would be. My favorite sport person is Virat Kohli, for example. Or, I like MS Dhoni. Or, I love Sachin Tendulkar. So what you have done here, you have repeated the word from the question in your answer. Do you think this will diversify your answer? No, right? So what alternative ways you can use? Like we have done here in opinion question, I will give you phrases that might be useful to you if you practice on that. Let's see the phrases. And the phrases are, there is no one like. Second one, I have a soft spot for. Third is very dear to my heart. And fourth is, I'm a huge admirer of. If the examiner asks you who's your favorite celebrity or who's your favorite sport person, you can start your answer with any of the phrase. The first mean there is no one like means that person is not like other on this world. Second means you love that guy. Have a soft spot means you love that person. Third is very dear to my heart, like you can say the family and friends that we have near to our heart, right? This phrase means the same. And I'm a huge admirer means I'm a huge fan. I have altered the word. I have added admirer than fan, right? So suppose the question is, who's your favorite celebrity? How will you start? By using this. For example, I have a soft spot for who's your favorite celebrity? Would you tell me in the comments? Wait, I cannot wait that long. So let me give you the answer. I have a soft spot for Akshay Kumar. I have given the name, right? Okay, Virat Kohli. I can see Virat Kohli. Okay, we will see that into the next question. But first, let's answer this question. I have a soft spot for Akshay Kumar. My answer is done here. What will examiner will ask me next? Again, why? Why Akshay Kumar is your favorite celebrity, right? If you have appeared for the exam, you may have experienced that examiner always asks before you finishes your answer. So what will you give as an explanation? In opinion, we have to clarify our viewpoint, but in this, what will you do? You will give reason? No, it is far better to give reason than to compare this person. So when question is about your favorite person, you have to make a comparison with other person. And for that, I will give you two phrases which are absolutely perfect for this situation, right? And these two phrases are comparatively speaking, and the second one is if you compare him to others. Let me finish my answer first. I have a soft spot for Akshay Kumar. Comparatively speaking, he's much more charismatic, fit as a fiddle, and active in real life. So what have I done? I have compared Akshay Kumar to other celebrities. Are you getting what I'm saying? My first question was suppose about opinion. Second question was about person. So my both questions answer are different from each other. I'm not repeating my answer in the same way by giving reason, right? Beware, when the question is about person, you can start with this and end like this. Got it? Second question, I was coming on to the part is, who's your favorite sports player? As we have one named Ravi Tumar. Okay, he has written Virat Kohli. So I will go with Virat Kohli is very dear to my heart. Or last one you can say, I'm a huge admirer of Virat Kohli. And the first one you can say as well, there is no one like Virat Kohli. If you compare him to others, he's much more aggressive, fit, and handsome, right? He's most handsome person in a cricket and you can say Bollywood industry as well. Am I right or wrong? Please comment me that. Okay, got the point? When the question is about person, you have to start with this phrase and then you have to make comparison of that person to other person by using these phrases. Got it? Want to take a picture or a screenshot of it? I bet you want to do it, right? So please do it before I change the screen. Okay, so let's move on to our third question type, and that is about person. Sorry, place. My mistake. Now, the questions that will be asked to you might be about place. Here are my questions first. Where do you like to go on weekends? Where would you like to go on a trip in the future? Where do you usually take a walk? And the fourth one is, where people of your country usually travel on vacation? So all these questions mention about any kind of place, giving you hint which place that you like to go or would like to go in the future. So how will you start your answer? By using the phrase that is quite popular these days, and that is stone throw away distance from my home. Would you use it? I guess many of you have got the hint about that, what I just said. No. If I were you, I would not use that. What would I do instead? I would use the phrase that you have or that I'm going to give you. Obviously, I'm going to give you the phrases that will be useful in your speaking. And the phrases are, there is no place like, we'll say, my first choice is blank is my constant go-to. Look, the first two phrases can be used in any situation. But the last is my constant go-to can only be used when the place is nearby your house or in your neighborhood, right? Or you can easily access to that place, right? Okay, so the question was, where do you like to go on weekends? So should I start with the first one? Okay, let me do it. There is no place like Dumas Beach. If you're living in a Surat, Dumas Beach is quite famous among Suratis. Am I right or wrong? Right, yes. Okay, so there is no place like Dumas Beach. Okay, now my answer is done. What am I supposed to do next? Should I give reason why there is no place like Dumas? Or should I do something different so that my answer can be different in each question type? What should I do? As we have done in the question type of people, we're going to do the same. We will make comparison when the question is about place, right? And the phrases are the same, but we have to change a little bit different. Comparatively speaking, and the second one is if you compare it to other. If there is a person, you have to change him or her according to the gender. And if the topic is about place, then you have to make it, right? So the answer to the question that I asked, where do you like to go on weekends? My answer would be, there is no place like Dumas Beach. If you compare it to others, Dumas Beach offers much more serene environment and has the best sunset view in my city. What have I done? I have again made a comparison with other places, right? The place and people, topic are kind of the same. There is a less changes that you have to make, right? Let me look at to the other question, and that will be about regular. Where do you usually take a walk? Where do you usually take a walk? Where do you go for a walk? This phrase is suitable for that or not? Yes. So I have to do is I have to mention the place. For example, Oxygen Garden is my constant go-to. Comparatively speaking, it is comparatively speaking, it offers running track, lush green trees, and ambient environments. Means peaceful environment, right? So what have I done? I have started the answer by this, when, because the question was about my routine activity, about the place. Then only I can use this phrase, and then I have made comparison by using this phrase, comparatively speaking. Got it? When the question is about place, you have to start with either of this phrase, or there are chances that you have your own phrases which might be better than this, so you can go with it. It is perfectly fine, right? But do remember that you have to make comparison when the question is about place, not the reason. Got it? Okay, I guess you want to take a picture of it or a screenshot. Do you want, or should I change? Okay, let's change. I guess you have taken it. So our next topic, question type, is what kind of or what type of. As you can see here, what kind of or what type of. The questions would be like, what kind of music do you like to listen to? Or what kind of famous people do you often see in the news? What kind of video games do you play? And the last one is, what type of movies do you like? So each question is mentioning that we have to give answer which category do we like, whether it could be about music or a person or a video game, right? So how do you answer this question when examiner asks you what kind of music do you like? How will you answer? By saying, there are many types of music. Is this the right way to answer? No, you might want to go with my way, that I have given the phrases. In this question type, I have also two phrases that are absolutely perfect and useful and also easy to remember. And the phrases are, there's a wide variety of blank, but I'd like to point out, or the another one is a number of. I like, however, I'd like to mention, then the topic. The question was about what kind of music do you like to listen to? So I would start my answer with anyone I can use, like a number of music types I like. However, I'd like to mention melody music. It is kind of a music that is only about harmonium or piano or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. So I have given my answer. Melody is my favorite. So what should I do next? Should I stop here? No. Why? Because examiner will ask before I finish my question, why melody is your favorite music? Right? If you have experience, you are very well aware, right? So what should I do? Should I give reason? Should I make comparison? Should I clarify my point? No, none of this is going to work in this question type. So what you have to do is you have to give benefits. Whatever things you're doing, you have to mention benefits. And for that, I have phrases as well. And the phrases are, the advantage of is, the good thing is, the merit of blank is, and the best thing about blank is. In the blank, we have to put our topic. So let me give you full answer so you can understand it perfectly. A number of music types I like. However, I'd like to mention melody music. The good thing is, melody music relaxes me from my anxiety and takes me to my virtual world where I feel free without any stress or workload. Are you getting what I'm saying? I have mentioned benefits. Yes, you can say it is a reason why melody music is my favorite, but I have changed the way of presentation. Instead of saying because, you can use this. Answer is the same, but we have changed our way of presentation. Got it? Okay, let me ask you another question so you can use it perfectly. What kind of video games do you play? Do you even play video games right now? Means these days? If you're mature and playing video games regularly, I guess it is not good. But you know the pros and cons of playing video games. My job is to teach you, right? Okay, so there's a wide variety of video games there's a wide variety of video games, but I'd like to mention survival video games. It is kind of a video game that in which a character has to survive. Like you might be or maybe well aware of PUBG, right? It is kind of a survival video game. So I will give the benefit by using the best thing about survival video game is it teaches me how you can survive in real world by enhancing my critical thinking, how to survive in a game. Besides, it also gives me full concentration, means increases my concentration power, because I have to think if I'm not being killed by another person, right? What I'm doing is I'm giving the benefits why I like this category. Are you getting? If you are not getting any kind of understanding or you have any doubt, please ask me in the comment section because I can see it right now. Got it? So I guess this is it for this type question. If you want to take a picture of it, you can, and I bet you can clearly see it. Done? Okay, let's move on to our next question type, and that is preference. That question type is, oh my God, I should not say this because you're going to kill me if I said preference. This question type means you are being given a choice to choose. You have to choose this or this. Let me give you questions. It will be much more easier. Do you prefer to save money or spend money? Do you prefer to chat with a group of people or with only one friend? Do you prefer to communicate face-to-face or via social media? Which one will you choose? So when the question is about choosing, your mind might give you the ideas like, I like, my favorite is, I love, I prefer, right? These phrases might come up in front of you when this question is asked to you. But I think this is not a right way, because what you're doing is you're repeating those phrases from question to your answer. So what should you do? Don't worry, I'll give you the phrases that will be used not only in IELTS but in real life as well. Now, the phrases are, okay, wait a minute, Come on. Okay, till that, if you have any question, you can ask me before we can move on. Okay, no need. Your phrases are, given the choice, I'd say, I'd favor, my choice is, I'd go with, and last is neither, actually. So suppose you need to choose either this or this. So you can use any first four phrases to answer your question. If I ask you, do you like to take a tea or a coffee? How will you answer? You can either say directly, tea, please. Or you can say, I prefer tea over coffee. Right? No, use this. So I will be like, given the choice, I'd have to say tea. Or I'd favor tea. Or my choice is tea. And the last one is, I'd go with tea. The last one is when the question is asked and you do not want to choose anything from the question. At that time, you can use this phrase. Neither, actually, I do not like anything. Whether tea or coffee, I don't like it. Right? So if you start answer with this, given the choice, I'd have to say tea. Now what? Are you going to give the reason again, or give the benefits, or clarify your point, or you will do comparison? Sorry. You will do any of this thing? No. Are you expecting something different? Yes or no? No? Or yes? I'm not sure. But let me give you something that you are already doing. You have to give the reason and add details. Now you have to give reason why you have chosen any of this, right? And for that, I will not use the word because. Instead, I will use this phrase: as, since, for. All these three are conjunctions. The meaning is the same, because, right? The purpose of using in a sentence while writing is different. You have to punctuate it according to the situation, but the meaning is the same. Owing to, due to, both have the same meaning, like because of. When you want to use because of, instead use this: owing to or due to. Got it? The third is the most obvious explanation is, or you can simply say the reason is, right? So the question was, do you like tea or coffee? Or do you prefer tea or coffee? What would you prefer? Let me answer. Given the choice, I'd say tea. As tea refreshes me in early morning and gives me kind of energy to carry on my tempo till night or till evening, you can say, right? So I have given the reason why I prefer tea. Now, if you have mentioned the reason and examiner again asks you why or how, so you have to add details, and for that I will give you these alternatives instead of moreover, furthermore, what is more, and, right? Do not use that. Use this instead. Besides, additionally, on top of that, and the last one is to add to it. We will look into that part later, because these are the common phrases that you might be using, but I will not use this. I will give you alternatives in the later video. Okay, but for now we have to use it. So suppose you have given the reason and examiner again asks you why. So now you have to add detail by using this. So let me give you full answer. Given the choice, I'd say tea, as it refreshes my mind in early morning and gives me the energy to carry on my tempo throughout the day. Besides, it gives me, what should I say? I'm not having a tea because I do not know what are the benefits of having a tea. Do you know, anyone? No, I'm not getting any response. You might be typing. No? Okay, sure. Never mind. So I will make up the answer. Besides, tea enhances my focus and attention towards my task. Right? So I have added another detail by using besides. I'm not sure what tea does, but I have just made that answer up to give you the explanation. Got it? Once you have started your answer with this, you have to use this. And then again, if question is asked why to you, then you have to add details. Got it? Let me ask you another question. Do you prefer to chat with a group of people or with only one friend? What would you prefer? Can you comment me? Okay, let me give you answer. Now I will use this. I'd go with, what was the question? I would go with group of people. The most obvious explanation is I can get instant solution of any doubt if I'm having. Additionally, I can develop my communication skill with other person if I'm with them. Right? I've started my answer with this, then I given the reason, and then I added extra details. If you want to use this, you can. You can say like, neither actually. Then you have to give the reason. The reason is, I'm introvert person and I do not need anyone to do any work with other person, because I'm all by myself is okay to do anything, right? I hope you have got all these phrases. Ready? So I'm giving you time, I'm giving you screen to take a screenshot while I have some water. So shall I move on? Okay. Now topic will get interesting because your favorite word will appear here. And the words are, oh my God, come, yes, favorite, love, like. I know you love these words to use in your speaking, in your writing, wherever you go, whenever you go, whomever you talk with, right? But I do not think this is the right way to showcase your talent. Do you think it is? No. So what will you do? Do you have alternatives of this word? What do I mean by activity? So first we have seen the preference, where you will be given choice to choose either this or this. But when the question includes this word, it can be favorites, love, or like. So what will you do? Let me give you an example. Do you like chatting with friends? Give me answer in a comment quickly if you can. Do you like chatting with your friends? Do you like to travel? Do you like eating cakes? What sport is your favorite? Do you like to play video games? So these questions incorporate the word like, favorites, and love. So what I'm guessing is, if any of this question is asked to you, you might be answering like, yes, I love chatting with friends. No, I do not love chatting with friends. Of course, I like eating cakes. Oh, MS Dhoni is my favorite player, right? So what you're doing here, you're repeating the questions from the, you're repeating words from question to your answer. Are you doing anything creative that can make the examiner think that should I give one more band to this person because he is showing or she is showing a creativity? Yes, he will definitely think about it if you do something creative in your answer. I mean, by not using this word in your answer. So what should you do? Let me give you phrases. This will definitely be helpful to you. The first one is I adore, means I admire. Second is I enjoy. I do not need to explain it. Do I? No. I take pleasure in. Meaning is the same with the previous one. I like or I love, you can say. Then blank is very dear to my heart. Have we seen this phrase in the previous question type? Yes, in a people, right? Second last is second to none for me. Means that person is number one for you. You can say like he or she can be your family or friends or near and dear ones. Anyone it could be, right? And the last is I dislike or I have no liking for. So these phrases will be used when there is nothing you like, you love, or nothing is your favorite. Got it? Okay, let me give you example so you will try to use it in your speaking. Do you like chatting with your friends? So give me suggestion, which phrase should I use in this answer? Do you like chatting with your friends? Which one should I use? Second, first, second last, or third last? Third last? No, I will go with the third. I take pleasure in chatting. Yes, I will take pleasure in chatting with my friends. Now what? I've given the answer. But again, I'm falling in the trap where examiner will ask me, why? Why do you like chatting with your friends? Right? Because examiner likes, not likes, but loves to ask you question, why? Why do they do that? Let me clarify that first. Then after we will move on to this. From my perspective, there are two situations that examiner asks you over and over again why. The first one is he or she might be trying on you so that you can give answer if you are not answering appropriately, right? He might be pushing you so that you can speak up and get at least minimum score. Or second situation could be he or she want to try you by challenging you, by asking you, or by, you can say, irritating you to check your knowledge and your patience, or you can say resilience, right? There could be two situations. I don't know what it could be, but there is. So when question is asked to you about favorite love or like, you have to start with this. So the question was, do you like chatting with your friends? What did I start? I take pleasure in chatting with my friends. Now what? I have to give reason. As we have seen in a previous slide, I have to give the reason by using any of the phrase, right? So let me finish my answer first. I take pleasure in chatting with my friends. The most obvious explanation is my friends are talkative and they love to share their experience throughout their day, what they have done, what they have enjoyed, and everything like that, which ultimately makes me open up about myself too, right? If we have a conversation about our friends, you know what happens next, right? So I have started my answer with this phrase and ended with this phrase. Got it? You can use any of these. I will give you another example to make it more clear. The question is, do you like to play video games? The answer could be yes or no. One question's answer we have seen with yes. So let's see this answer with no. I dislike video games. Or else you can say, I have no liking for video games. The reason is to play video games, I have to sit in front of the screen, which ultimately give me short-sightedness, like I have. I'm wearing spectacles, right? Because I have short-sightedness, I cannot see. Why? It could be about sitting in front of a screen for a longer period of time. But this is not the case for me. But that is the case when you play video game for a longer period of time. It can increase short-sightedness. It increases sedentary lifestyle because you're going to sit for a long time, for a long while, right? So my answer was no. So I started with this. I have no liking for video games. The reason is video games encourages sedentary lifestyle. It it increases the chances of health issues, right? Why do I not like video games? Because of the reason I have mentioned, health issues and short-sightedness. Got it? I hope you got the point. When the question is about this word, do not use this word in your answer. Rather, use this phrase to diversify your answer and give the reason at the end. Got it? So this is for today. If you have any question, I'm live now. You can ask me in the comment section, or else I'm going to go another live session where I will teach you another 5 topics that I have not taught you today, because it's going to cost another half an hour, right? And I bet IPL is going on, so you do not want to sit for a long time here, right? Okay. And the last thing is, if you have got this information valuable, you can like this video, click on the subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that when I come live again on Friday, it will be, hopefully, you get notification of it. Got it? Till we meet again, have a nice time. Stay safe.